So to start to a new school year, so that means the Prime Minister and other heads in the government are claiming they want to give young children a good start in life. But at the same time, we have thousands of 16 and 17-year-olds on the other end of the education system who are endlessly stuck having to resit their GCSEs in English and Maths against their own choice. Let me explain why the system is failing them and not supporting them. So for those that don't know, in 2014, there was a resit policy introduced by the government which forces students who hadn't achieved a grade 4 pass in their GCSE English and or Maths by the age of 16 to continue working towards those qualifications as a condition to their place being funded. In 2025, about 25% of GCSE entries were resits by students aged 17 plus, and only 1 in 6 passed Maths. For summer 2024, only 17% of post-16 students achieved a grade 4 pass in Maths resits, and 20.9% did in English. So to me, these numbers don't show students are improving. It's clearly showing us that the system is completely broken, and we have a real problem in the UK with our education system in the sense that for some reason we continue to insist on doing more of what is not working. And what I don't get anyway is clearly post 16 these pupils are focusing on something that they most likely have a better interest in and want to progress in, but then we have a bunch of adults saying no, you have to do English and or Maths at GCSE at the same time as focusing on other things, so they don't even get to focus on the thing they have true interest in or really want to progress in. My whole issue with this anyway is there's lots of reasons why a child might just fail their GCSE. The key problem for me in this is it's not a choice for these students. This education system's so messy. It is ridiculously messy. And I'm not saying it's an easy thing to change, but sometimes I'm just looking at it like, what possesses our government to think these policies actually make sense? We also have senior education leaders like Paul Whiteman describing the resit policy as something that must be scrapped, stating that forcing repeated resits is demotivating and can lead to disengagement. The disengagement's the biggest thing in this as well as demotivation, and it's the fact that the government do not take this into account, not just with post-16 students, but also all children across the whole school system. Disengagement and demotivation are the worst things that should ever creep into a child's education, no matter what their age is. If that is happening, something needs to change, not the child. And if it was that important, you would make sure that there were better ways for these children to feel engaged in these GCSE resets. You would have to teach them differently. You would have to approach the whole thing completely differently.